thought I left early enough to have no queue or traffic. I was wrong. Hvor har blitt av Lolbua? What is this? Kan jeg ikke søke? Helvete.
Hva det betyr? Ja, det en klinkende ny fersk episode av Nerdelandslaget. Så hallo alle røslebiffer, velkommen inn hit. Mitt navn Ina Luna, og ved siden av meg har jeg ingen ringere enn Andreas Hedemann.
Den eneste lette dagen var i går. Den eneste lette dagen var i går.
Hva det fra?
Det Stian som har sendt en catchphrasen. Den eneste lette dagen var i går. Jeg vet ikke om dette en slags bekymringsmelding. Om vi nå må reache ut til Stian og si, går det bra med deg? Vi har I hvert fall sett deg med denne catchphrasen, den eneste lette dagen var i går. Og jeg hadde lyst til å bruke den denne uka, for gårsdagen, den var ikke spesielt lett.
Nei.
Den var ikke spesielt lett.
Nei. Var den ikke det?
Nei, gårsdagen nei! Det vet jo du jo I kjernen av gårsdagens problem.
Kjernen av gårsdagens problem, ja.
Det rett og slett I kjernen. Fordi jeg våkna I går og tenkte, jeg gleder meg til I morgen. Da skal jeg lage Nerdelandslaget-episode med Steffen og Ida. Det blir fint, det blir hyggelig. Klokken 11:58 så hadde jeg mistet begge ukens programledere. Satt der alene for et døgn siden og tenkte, hva skal jeg gjøre nå? Ida forsvant til en lege som sa, nå pass deg selv, du gravid. Ta det litt mer med ro enn du gjør, du snill? Ida sa det med lykke til. Steffen kunne ikke være med fordi Erna Solberg var forsinket.
Ja, og det vet jeg alt om, fordi jeg så Steffen og Erna I gangen på NRK I sted.
Nei!
Jo.
Har du sett Steffen og Erna?
Ja, så det her har ordnet seg. Det vil jeg bare si I dag.
Riktig nå.
Det kan jeg si.
Oi!
Ja. Men vi har byttet ut D-en med en N, og her sitter jeg også.
Ja, her sitter du.
Ja.
Fordi du jo, når jeg sender opp et bat-signal med en oransje Batman-figur,
Da kommer jeg.
da
Flyvende.
sier du med en gang, jeg stiller!
Jeg
sier Ina Luna.
skal redde Gotham City.
Gotham City!
Ja.
Det du som
Nederlandslaget!
Ja, du redder hver eneste uke, men du er ikke alene. Fordi jeg sendte opp nok et bad-signal i form av en nødbuss. Og den som så nødbusset, det var selveste Martin Grubelgen i Sakter.
Hallo!
Og da kommer Crash Bandicoot dum-dum-dum-dum-musikken.
Å, ja.
Det er min themesong.
Bla, bla.
Jeg hørte på den på vei hit, til og med.
Hva-
Det sånn super.
Kan du spinne lydeffekten? Ja, er det ikke sant? Fordi den maskelyden, den er cancelled, ikke sant?
Ja.
Vi kan ikke si maskelyden.
Nå gjør jeg det.
Ja, nå gjør du det. Ja. Det var en annen tid.
En sånn.
Men det betyr at Multiguru må gå ut av
Da var jeg ferdig. Det var det.
Takk, det var dagens episode. Ses igjen neste tirsdag.
Men med det så snudde altså gårsdagen, den eneste lette dagen var i går, var vanskelig, og så ble
They were
det
talking
Ja.
about Crash
For
Bandicoot.
da var jo vi tre trio jetlag, som jeg kaller oss.
Her er vi trio jetlag.
Nei, det er oss.
Og jeg må si at her du sitter, Martin, så ser du litt ut som Steffen.
Ja, ganske like t-skjorte i hvert fall.
Dere har veldig lik stil med shortsen og t-skjorta.
Jeg tenkte ikke på det heller. Men jeg er enig, og jeg tror også grunnen til at jeg kjøpte den t-skjorta var for at det var litt inspirert av Steffen. Jeg tror jeg kjøpte den på NRK når vi jobbet sammen i LL35.
Dere jobbet jo sammen, da var han produsent og gikk rundt med de nydeligste t-skjorter, og du tenkte, så kul vil jeg også være, tenkte du?
Ja,
Og det er jo du må jo nesten fortelle t-skjorta, eller forklare.
T-skjorta er en Elden Ring t-skjorte, hvor det står Melania, Blade og Flicola. Er det noe mer det står? Det står noe annet, men jeg klarer ikke å skjønne.
Det er altså en veldig sånn, hva skal vi si, 80-90-talls
Two
liksom
ambulances.
grunge-inspirert t-skjorte. Den
Ja.
ser veldig kul ut. Kunne vel liksom vært Iron Maiden-merch.
Du vet hva, helt enig. Og så er det også litt sånn derre gammel
Cartoon.
Gammel skrekkfilm.
Ja, horrorplakat.
Og det er der inspirasjonen fra Steffen kommer inn. Folk går bare med gamle skrekkfilmplakater på t-skjorta.
I form av t-skjorte. Det er
training.
natur. Det er nydelig å ha deg her.
Du, takk for at jeg fikk komme.
I tillegg til at du er en meget kunnskapsrik spillende fyr, som elsker spill og nerder,
Jeg gjør i hvert fall det.
ja, så er du også brennaktuell!
Er jeg det?
Fordi du har anmeldt Dune Awakening
Ja, det er sant.
for NRK. Så vi skal jo selvfølgelig dykke ned
Yes!
i Dune Awakening.
Jeg gleder meg til inn i Arrakis.
Hvorfor vil jeg synge på
Jeg vet ikke hva du...
Jeg tenker på Dune Awakening.
Det er litt ørken, da.
Ja,
Ja.
In the jungle,
Det er i hvert
Ja,
fall
masse ørken inni the
ikke
jungle.
så mye jungle i Dune, eller?
det er ikke en eneste.
Det er ikke en eneste jungle i Dune.
Hvis det er et tre.
Det er tittelen på denne episoden.
Jeg tror ikke det finnes tre engang.
Det er ikke en eneste jungle i Dune. Det er ikke Dune på denne episoden. Men du, denne uka her så skjer det jo mye snackseri.
Det gjør det. I morgen, altså, og for dere som hører på podden etterpå, altså onsdag,
Yeah.
hvor jeg stryker opp.
On the other end to eventually reveal this note. It says going to wait. What did it say?
Pluto, going to investigate cool stuff.
Without me? I think I know what to do. I reach into my bag of tricks and I throw down yet another animal.
Okay.
So there's now a tiger and a baboon.
Okay. This is an interesting combination.
Something for a jackal.
Really hoping for jackal, but we'll settle on the baboon. I look at the baboon and I look at the tiger and I pick up the baboon and I put it on the tiger and I go tell River and go find River and tell her that we're in a painting in Perrin's house.
Give me an animal handling jack.
To handle the baboon. To like physically handle the baboon. Yeah, makes sense. I get a 21.
Okay, you help the baboon onto the tiger. The tiger licks its lips, and is definitely hungrily eyeing the baboon. And the baboon's nervous about the situation, but they're going with it for now. But they stare at you blankly because neither of these creatures know who River is.
This is getting harder. Where's River?
River would be back at the castle.
We know that. I'm gonna look at the baboon. Do you know where the castle is?
It looks at you with a glassy expression of confusion.
How useless are you, baboon? I've watched plenty of documentaries. I feel like maybe I gotta build some like groundwork for him. I don't know, but I mean, at this point, I just make sure this rope stays in the painting, and I'm gonna tie the rope to like the most fixated thing in the room. So
Okay.
like not
Probably
like a
like the-
table or a chair, but
Yeah.
like something that's like a post.
Yes, there's support posts and beams of the building and stuff. You could definitely tie the rope off.
And then with the rope, I'm just gonna pull the loose end into the painting with me.
Alright.
And leaving it there, I'm going to crawl through,
Alright.
catch up.
You crawl through and catch up to the rest of the room.
I guess you would have to.
I'm going, and I'm like, Theo, you're going to be invisible, so you just stay invisible in case something bad happens.
Okay, I mean, I don't think I really have a choice because people just can't see me in the dark, but.
I can't see you right now.
Yeah.
I'm just talking because I assume you're nearby.
And
Clunk, clunk, clunk. A note?
something's coming!
A note?
Oh my god, something's coming! I start, it might be another giant bug. I'm crawling faster. It can speak. It sounds like Pluto. It's mimicking Pluto.
I'm gonna kill you!
Oh god.
Pluto! Wait, is it actually Pluto? Pluto!
You left me alone?
That was the assignment.
I don't like it.
Who's gonna get us out of here?
The baboon. It's fine.
What baboon?
Look. The baboon couldn't get River because he didn't understand the instructions. But I think the baboon and the tiger working together, they'll be able to guard the genital area. And as long as well, anyways, I'm here and I just couldn't be alone anymore.
Alright.
I'm just so used to you guys being there with me that I just didn't want to be alone.
You know what? This is okay.
This is good.
We're going into some interesting territory for
Who said
Pluto. It's Theo. I don't recognize my voice. I recognized your voice.
Yeah, it's freaking me out, man.
I won't be able to be seen because it's dark. I don't know if you can see in the dark anyways, but I'm here leading this into the scary area.
Pluto, do what you do best. Stay unseen. Be invisible. Don't make a
Car
sound.
problems. Car problems.
That's me. That's mixing us up a little bit.
Alright.
Listen, I've got an idea. So, Perrin is in there with some weird spirits, some weird portals to far off lands, and I think I just learned this new trick where I can paralyze him, and then we'll ask questions after.
Paralyzed.
You're gonna paralyze him?
Yeah, just temporarily. Yeah, magic.
If you paralyze them, then what happens to the portals?
I don't know.
You remain invisible in there, right?
Yes.
The chamber is illuminated. The delirium of the eyes, the chamber.
No.
Well, that changes everything.
But if I can, from where we look into the room.
You saw spirits. Are you convinced they're evil?
I mean, they were pretty grotesque looking and whispering into Perrin's ear.
That's enough for me.
That's a lot of judgment.
I would say.
You've killed me way less.
Yeah. I'm gonna go.
Your threshold is way lower than that.
Listen, I don't know if Perrin is the one, being controlled by these spirits, or if Perrin summoned these spirits. I don't know. But that's why I thought a pause on Perrin might be a good start.
All I'm saying is we need Perrin alive.
Oh
I
yeah.
think we need to rescue Perrin from
try casting Hold Person on Perrin.
Okay.
So you have to roll Wisdom, right? Wisdom
Yes.
saving throw.
With disadvantage because.
Disadvantage because I'm hidden.
Okay.
It's a 13.
You cast the spell, and Hold Person paralyzes the target. And as you cast the spell and you grip the magic, give me an Arcana check of your own.
Oh no. 9.
Okay. Something's wrong. Perrin was affected
Good morning,
by
Tamara.
the spell.
Hope
but-
you get a nice day today.
Perrin was already
Since
paralyzed.
it's Little Saturday, as they call it
It's
here.
another.
Wednesday.
You turn around and I'm like, you did it.
Okay.
Stand a chance.
Can I then use? Never mind. I don't want to give away my position,
Has
but I
California,
want to make. Oh, you guys can.
has California calmed down now, or is it still riots going on?
See me now. Okay. I want to make like a. It didn't work. You know, like cross my arms because I can't yell pork chops.
This is true.
That it like didn't work, and I can't climb back up. Well, I guess I can't climb back up, but that might give away my position.
So you see a cat doing this to you.
And Hold Person, does it have verbal and somatic components?
Yep.
Okay. As you finish casting the spell, you were hidden, but now you are unhidden because you had to speak and cast the spell.
Yep.
The 3 spirits shunt into reality. Their bodies composed almost of flittering liquid paint, forming 3 grotesque figures. The first figure is green, and it is a horrifying, bloated monster, almost like a troll, a cross between a troll and a demon. It has a massive pot belly, stringy hair, and almost a frog-like face. The next figure is almost regal in its strangeness, however. It is a 4-armed creature with purple skin and a mane of hair. The final figure is more like a stone statue, and it is made of an orange clay with bright orange gems for eyes.
Oh no.
And the 3 figures, as they appear, the first one to speak is the green, and it says, "Come forward. I can see your fear." And the purple spirit, it says, "Yes, come forward if you hope to survive." And the orange spirit, speaking in a gravelly voice, "Yes, I know what you dream of, but that escape you'll not find."
I do walk forward. Vale walks forward 5 feet and it just says, "Hi, I'm just coming to check on Perrin. Looks like they're a little bit sleepy. What's going on here?"
And
I'm just gonna quickly skip a bit because I've listened to this before.
That.
One.
Even if you were to take Perrin now, you would destroy them. Their mind is not here. And they gesture to the three portals behind them. We have shown Perrin how to find inspiration in new worlds and vistas. And that is where they are. This body is but a shell.
We're inside of a painting right now. We found
Paintings and
Perrin
paintings, yeah.
and 3 more paintings that Perrin's mind is in. Is this? Are we doing an Inception here?
Yeah.
You know that wizard story, Inception.
Not familiar.
Paintings and paintings.
Paintings and paintings. The
Minds
deeper you
and
go, the
paintings.
more severed your mind becomes from reality.
No, I think I would have heard of it.
It's probably an academy thing.
Yeah, I actually, I read much Academy material, to be honest.
And I just peek up behind.
Hallo? Jeg er på vei hjem. Nei. Nei. Det er tekniker, altså jeg skal gå rundt og teste ting og sånn. Ja, nei, det gidder jeg ikke. Ja. 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 Ikke ennå. Hallo? Ja, men det er fredag, slutter hun vel? Jeg husker ikke. Ja. Jeg tror det. Jeg skal prøve å se om jeg får kjøpt sånn lakk til terrassen, sånn at jeg får lakkert den. Nei, ikke den. Vent da, jeg kjører her, så det er litt vanskelig å prate. Jeg kan ringe deg etterpå. Always calls when I'm driving or some bullshit. Typical. Yeah, it's the new camera. It's not as good as the GoPro, I guess the microphone, at least. I have to see if I can do something about it. This was my father that called. What the hell? This was my father. That's annoying static sounds. I'm not sure if it's because I'm using the USB-C cable to charge and like power the camera instead of using a battery. Maybe the sound goes away if I'm using a battery.
One of these portals, or like their mind, or they in all of the portals?
The creatures respond saying, an artist finds inspiration in their hopes, their dreams, their fears, and all must be searched for the soul of inspiration to be found.
Can I ask a very important question, spirits? These three paintings that we see before us, are they gateways to real places, planes of existence perhaps, that exist, or are they just locations of Perrin's mind?
Give me an arcana check.
21.
Just examining these paintings. They have the paintings that you saw before on camera. But looking around where you are now and sensing things around you and these creatures, you might be in the space between worlds, a manifestation. And if you are, these could be actual gateways to actual worlds.
Sebastian approaches and says, "Would you mind if I took a look at these paintings? I'd like to admire the artwork. I won't disturb Perrin. I'm just interested."
Very well.
I squeeze past. I'm going to approach the orange one and look into it.
And Pluto, what are you doing?
I want to get closer.
Okay.
Give like a hi, how are ya? I'm gonna go to where Pluto was, or sorry, where Sebastian was previously. Give a little like, trying to keep it still a little
reminiscent of anything important, such as
Give me one more Arcana check.
where I may have accidentally sent people a long time ago? Oh no, that's a 1.
You don't have advantage.
I don't know.
You can use a sorcery point to reroll.
Oh, that's a new thing, isn't
Yeah.
it? I will do that. Well, 10.
For someone like you, you know what hell looks like. That's hell.
And just to confirm, that's where I sent Mouse, right? Pluto Vale, I want to go through.
Sorry, what?
To save Perrin.
Can we use these paintings?
The
I just
three
reached the
spirits
purple.
turn. You are welcome to take in the artist's work, but do not disturb the artist.
I want to get closer to I want to go up right beside Sebastian,
Yeah.
and I want to whisper to him like, so are you saying we need to go in each painting to get Perrin out?
That might be the case. Vale, if I'm going to level with you, specifically, this painting, I need to see where it leads. This is the closest we've been to, Mouse.
Okay. Are we prepared
No,
to walk through into that landscape?
but what if we leave, and I lose this chance?
I mean, you could ask the big, scary, fear-talking green person, if they're planning on going anywhere anytime soon, because I assume they're from that landscape.
But what if the painting that we came through originally, what if it gets destroyed? What if the Academy takes it away?
True.
What if we're here right now, standing in front of this, and I just...
I come up behind you. Are you plotting?
Yes. Why? How did you know?
I see it. You put your plotting glasses on.
Do I know it's hell?
It looks like I mean,
I gesture to the painting. I go, Pluto, hell.
Oh, that's how.
Yeah.
You want to go?
I've been saying this for a long time.
Yeah. I've
Uh,
also been saying what's the worst that could happen for a long time.
and, again, what's the worst that could happen?
Die in hell?
We're all gonna die. There.
I didn't think it would be today, though.
I was hoping though to avoid the hell part of the dying process.
though Sebastian is fixated on this portrait, Vale and Pluto, you can't help but notice the other two. The yellow-green portrait. It depicts a strange sort of pyramid in a distant land where a sphinx is speaking with the image of Perrin, whereas Perrin was naked in the previous portrait. In this picture, Perrin is blindfolded with streaks of blood dripping out from underneath the blindfold. In the final painting, which is a bluish color, you see spires, countless spires that remind you of, well, actually they wouldn't remind you of anything, because you've never been there, but they reach up incredible heights, and are made of a bluish green stone. These spires are shook through with clearing, and the earth
Yeah, see you guys later. I arrived at the school, so yeah, goodbye.